Navalny's team calls protests amid reports of failing health.
Here's a summary of the article.
Moscow. Activists for imprisoned Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny on Sunday called for massive protests in the heart of Moscow and St. Petersburg as Navalny's health reportedly is deteriorating severely while on hunger strike. Leonid Volkov, a top strategist for Navalny, said the demonstrations were called on short notice for Wednesday because his life hangs in the balance. We don't know how long he can hold on. But it is clear we do not have time. The 44-year-old Navalny, President Vladimir Putin's most visible and persistent critic, started a hunger strike more than 3 weeks ago to protest prison authorities' refusal to allow him to be seen by a private doctor for diagnosis of severe back pain and loss of feeling in his legs. The Russian Penitentiary Service says he is getting adequate care. Advertisement. On Saturday, a doctor said test results that he received from Navalny's family showed sharply elevated levels of potassium, which could lead to cardiac arrest, and signs of kidney failure. Police arrested more than 10,000 people during nationwide protests in January calling for Navalny to be freed. Russian officials have denied any involvement and even questioned whether Navalny was poisoned, which was confirmed by several European laboratories. Navalny was ordered to serve 2.5 years in prison on the grounds that his long recovery in Germany violated a suspended sentence he had been given for a fraud conviction in a case that Navalny says was politically motivated.
This post received a score of 22,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
They are literally killing Alexei in prison by denying him healthcare, even during his hunger strike. They started a process of designating his organization an extremist one, which would carry a hefty prison sentence for everyone associated with it. I fear that they will suppress the incoming protests even more violently than the past ones. That's why I'm going to be there. This is the time for everyone who cares about the future of Russia to be brave and show that. I don't much hope for any success, but if we do nothing now, we are fucked for sure.
May I ask you something before you get overflow by replies? It's something I have always wanted to ask but never had an opportunity. Are the younger generations more aware of Russia's situation? Are the younger more against Putin?
Greater than are the younger generations are more aware of Russia's situation? Are the younger more against Putin? Yes. The older generations overwhelmingly support Putin, and most of the opposition supporters are relatively young. We see a huge tide of teenagers, even high schoolers, getting involved in the protests, because they see where the country is going, and they aren't as afraid of change. Although at the protests I've seen myself there were almost no kids, and the vast majority of people there were between 20 and 40.
Thank you for answering me. It's nice of you. Let's hope for a change near the future.
Greater than let's hope for a change near the future. We have a saying in Russia, Na Boga nadejsa a sam ne plosaj, which approximately translates to, God helps those that help themselves.
And may he fuck over those that hold power for themselves. Putin is a dictator and the whole world knows it. Wishing you much luck. I admire your bravery and passion for doing what's right. We support you, my brother. Greater than we support you, my brother. While this comment chain is very wholesome, I do find it very tragic that the world might still sit and watch while people like Talmik may suffer similar or worse fate than Navalny if they get arrested during the protests. Unfortunately, that is a likely outcome. It's something absolutely no one wants, but people like you, Talmik, are being oppressed by a dictator. Desperate times indeed call for desperate measures. We in other countries can push for more sanctioning and harsh measures on Russia's grip on its people. But at the same time we don't want people like you, Talmik, to be impacted by that. So it's a difficult dance for Westerners to play.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.